Hey, good morning and thank you for joining the public opening of sealed proposals for the Palm Beach Transportation Planning Agency's Request for Proposals or RFP 2503 General Planning Consultant Services. My name is Jessica Lopez and I'm the Procurement and Contracts Coordinator for the Palm Beach TPA. Joining the meeting is Andrew Ulier, Palm Beach TPA Deputy Director of Programs, Brian Reuscher, Palm Beach TPA Deputy Director of Multimodal, and Natalie Crowley, City of Palm Beach Gardens Planning and Zoning Executive Director. Ruth Del Pino, Executive Assistant for the Palm Beach TPA, will record the proceedings to retain record. We ask all and any questions to be held until the conclusion of the opening of the bid proposals. As of 4/8/2025, at 4 p.m., the deadline for the receipt of proposals has passed. The TPA wishes to thank all of the bidders and proposers who compiled and submitted proposals for the RFP. The proposal opening procedures will proceed as follows. The bid will be opened and displayed. The name of the organization will be stated. The proposal responsiveness evaluation form will be completed based on the required items per RFP section 3.2, and the committee members will state their agreement or disagreement with the findings. The steps above will be repeated until each proposal has been opened and recorded. The vendor responsive evaluation form will be available upon the conclusion of the meeting. The proposals deemed responsive will be brought before the selection committee, which will take place on April 23rd at 9 a.m. here at the Palm Beach TPA. The selection committee may or may not make a selection for the recommendation on the day of that meeting. The selection committee has the prerogative to delay selection in favor of hearing oral presentations by the proposers. If the committee desires to move forward with oral presentations, these will occur on April 28th with the posting of notice of intent to award on 5/1. Does anyone have any questions? No? Okay, we will now proceed with the opening of the sealed bids. So the first proposal we received was from Kimley Horn and Associates. It was submitted on 4/8/2025 at 3:20 p.m. via Demand Star and was sealed. I will now share my screen so that we can go ahead and go through the proposal. I'm just gonna split the screen quickly so we can go through the requirements. So this is Kimley Horn, and we want to see, did they have a cover letter? I'm showing yes. Did they include their address? Apologize for the quick scroll. Yes. Their email and their direct phone number and their address, correct. Their contact information, their table of contents, their technical proposal, which should be no more than 10 pages. So that's what I am calculating now. Okay. This is their organizational chart, which was attachment A. Authorized representative declarations form, which is attachment B. And it is signed and notarized. We have the GSA SF 330 form. Looks like these are the resumes. It's continued. Resumes continued. Okay. believe this is for contractors and the subcontractors. That's might be why it's so lengthy. Apologize. Okay, here we go. There's the other architect engineer qualifications. This is the 330 standard form, which is included. Here's the affidavit for regarding labor and services. It is signed and notarized as well. The drug-free workplace also signed. And then we have our DBE reporting attachment. So does everybody agree that the proposal was considered responsive and incomplete or incompleteness?
Yes.
Looks good.
Yes.
Perfect. This proposal will move on forward to the selection committee. We'll move forward with the next one. The second bid is going to come from Kittleson and Associates. This was submitted for 8/2025 at 3:16 p.m. via Demand Start and was sealed. And we're going to just go through the same thing and make sure that they were including everything we requested. So they did include, they did include a cover letter, their table of contents. They had their address and contact information, I believe, up here as well. Their technical proposal. And pages long, so that's fine. We have the organizational chart. Attachment B, the representative declarations form, which is signed and notarized. We have the GSA 330 form. The resumes to go with the GSA 330 form. We have attachment D, which is the labor and services affidavit, which is also signed and notarized. The drug-free workplace certification form, which is also signed. and the DBE reporting form, which is attachment F. Do we deem that this proposal was responsive in its entirety?
Yes. Looks good, yes.
Perfect. We will move forward to the selection committee. Moving forward with the third bid. This is by the Traffic and Mobility Consultants. They submitted their bid on 4/8/2025 at 3:49 p.m. via Demand Star.
Just because real quick, your dates there at the time, or sorry, with the times, it says 3:49, the next one is 2:17. So this is just like you just downloading them in some type of order. You're not opening them based on when they submit it, correct?
Correct. No,
Okay.
so via Demand Star, once it does open the sealed proposal, it lets you know what date and time of submission the proposal was
Okay.
uploaded into the system. So that's just the information I have there.
Okay.
So we're going to go through again for the evaluation. They included their cover letter, their contact information and point contact person with address, phone number, email, their table of contents, their technical proposal should be no more than 10 pages. Pages. We have the organizational chart. We have the declarations form, which is signed and notarized. Here is that GSA 330 form. And all their attachments. The resumes for the key personnel. The 330 form continued. And this is the affidavit for labor and services, which is signed and notarized. The drug-free workplace certification form. And the DBE reporting form. Do we deem this proposal responsive and can move forward to the selection committee?
Yes.
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 Thank you. We'll continue with the fourth proposal. This is Ty Lin. So Thai Lin International, they submitted it via Demand Star for 8/2025 at 2:17 p.m. They included their cover letter. They have their contact information, their table of contents, the technical proposal, they're including their attachments. So here's the organizational chart. We have the representative declarations form, which is signed and notarized. Here is the GSA 330 form and all of its contents. Here's attachment D for the affidavit regarding the labor and services, which is signed and notarized. The drug-free workplace certification form, which are signed. And lastly, the bidder's opportunity list. Do we deem this proposal responsive as well?
Yes.
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 Yeses, we'll move forward to the 5th. Thank you. Apologies. We have now the 5th proposal, which is going to be the Corradino Group. It was submitted on 4/8/2025 at 1 p.m. via Demand Star, and it was sealed. So they included the cover letter. They have their table of contents. Their technical proposal. And pages. Okay. And we're going to come forward to the attachments, which should start with the organizational chart. Then the representative declarations form, which is signed and notarized. Here is that GSA 330 form. The resumes for the GSA 34 through 30 form continued. There's attachment D for the labor and services affidavit, which is signed and notarized. Attachment E, which is that drug-free certification form. And they're all signed. And lastly, the bidder's opportunity list. Do we deem this proposal responsive?
Yes.
Yes.
Next, we'll move forward to the selection committee. We'll move on to the sixth proposal. So our sixth submittal comes from Atkins Railways USA Incorporated. It was submitted on 4/8/2025, 9:43 a.m. via Demand Star, and it was sealed. So they have their cover letter, they have their contact information, the table of contents, their technical proposal, their attachments. We're starting with the organizational chart, their authorized representative form, which is signed and notarized, oh, yeah, sorry, they kind of zoomed out. Okay. Continue with the authorized representatives form. Here's that 330 GSA form. The labor and services affidavit, which is signed and notarized. The drug-free workplace certification forms, which are signed. And lastly, the bidder's opportunity list. Do we deem this responsive?
Yes.
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 Thank you. This proposal will move forward to the selection committee. And we're moving on to the last bid, which is from Marlin Engineering. Apologies. One moment, I'm going to stop sharing my screen just to go ahead and pull that proposal. Here we are. Apologies, I guess I didn't migrate it over from the downloads. But here is Marlin Engineering. They included their cover letter. Here's their contact information. Their table of contents. Their technical proposal. That was, apologies, that was too quick. That was their organizational chart, so attachment A. We have the authorized representative declarations form, which is attachment B, which is signed and notarized. Attachment C, which is that GSA form SF-330 and all of its contents. Here's attachment D, which is the affidavit regarding labor and services. And they're signed and notarized. Drug-free workplace certification forms, which are signed dated. And lastly, the bidder opportunity list. Do we deem this proposal responsive?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we will move out forward to the selection committee. Okay. That concludes the opening of the sealed bids for RFP FY 2503 for the GPC. Palm Beach TPA would like to thank all of the proposers again for their time in submitting their proposals. The meeting has now concluded, and I will be sending all the materials to the selection committee by the end of day. Do we have any questions?
Thanks for putting this together, Jessica.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Take care. Have a good day.
Oh,
Thank you.
Jessica, I do have a question. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
In respect to the material that we receive, is there a staff person who handles the more technical procurement aspects on, for example, checking whoever signed on behalf of the company is an authorized person to sign on behalf of the company through Sunbiz? Is that something that TPA staff has done as part of this procurement process, or is that something that is expected on the selection committee? Reference checks, things like that.
That will be up to me, the procurement and contracts coordinator. I will be cross-referencing all of the signed affidavits and just making sure that everything that was signed was authorized. As far as the selection committee, you guys will only be sticking to what is in the evaluation criteria, making sure that it was responsive in that sense.
Perfect. I was hoping you would say that. Thank you.
No worries. Any more questions? Then we are good to go. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time today. And like I said, I will be sending a follow-up email with all the information and the proposals.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good day.